Another rule is this: when two or more singular subjects are joined together by and, plural verb is used. When two or more singular subjects are joined together by and, plural verb is used. For example, you have am and sham. This is the subject, and then are is a plural verb. So you have Ram and Sham are playing a game. He and his friends have arrived. He and his friends have arrived. So you have a plural verb here, and then you have a subject of the sentence, which comprises of he, one person, and his friends, so many friends. It could be 2, it could be 3, it could be 4, it could be 5, it could be 100, 1,000 have arrived. So the plural verb is what you would use at the end of the day. They're just simple rules that you need to take note of. We cannot say my mother and I is go for shopping on weekend. My mother and I becomes the subject, and then is go, singular verb. This is wrong. If two singular nouns refer to the same person or thing, the verb must be singular. If two singular nouns refer to the same person or thing, the verb must be singular. For example, if we have my friend and benefactor, benefactor is referring to my friend. Benefactor is referring to my friend. So the verb must be singular. This is the verb. It must be what? Singular. It must be singular because this benefactor is talking about the friend. Okay, is referring to friend. Same goes for by the death of Abiola, a statesman and patriot was lost to Nigeria. Statesman, patriot, both are referring to Abiola, right? Both are referring to Abiola. They are talking about one person who is Abiola. So the verb has to be singular. This is the verb. Was is the verb. It has to be singular. That is what this rule is saying. If two singular nouns refer to the same person or thing, the verb must be singular. And the next rule says if two subjects together express one idea. In a sentence, you can have more than one subject, and sometimes you can have two subjects put together. So if we have more than one subject together expressing one idea, the verb will be in the singular. The verb will be in the singular. Now, let us look at this sentence. Early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. Early to bed, this is one subject. Early to rise is another subject. Take away this and you have early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy. Okay, this is the subject of the sentence, but here you have two subjects making up the subject of the entire sentence. Okay, you have early to bed, which is one. You have early to rise, which is another. So the rule says if two subjects together express one idea, early to bed, early to rise is expressing one idea, which is when you sleep on time, you wake on time, makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. Now let us look at sentence number 2. You have slow and steady. Slow, steady. You have slow, which is the subject 1. You have steady, which is subject 2. These put together form the subject of the sentence. So you have slow and steady wins the race. You have slow and steady wins the race. Wins is the verb, same as in sentence number 1, makes is the verb. In sentence number 2, wins is the verb. The verb is in its singular form, just the same way makes is in its singular form. I did explain that when the verb carries an s, it is singular. But when it does not carry an s, it is plural. You understand? So, slow and steady is expressing a single idea. It is expressing a single idea. The next rule says if singular subjects have each or every before them, the verb is usually singular. If singular subjects have each to modify them, if the subjects have each or every before them, the verb is usually single. So we have a sentence like this: every man, not just one man, but every man. This is modifying the subject man. Every man, woman, and child was lost. Every man, woman, and child was lost. This is the subject. Every man, woman, and child is the subject of the sentence, while was is the verb. Was is the verb. So every man, woman, and child was lost. The rule says if you have every or each at the beginning before the subject, then the verb should always be in singular. Same with sentence 2. In sentence 2, we have each day and each hour brings its duty. Each day, each hour brings. Each day, each hour. This is the subject of the sentence. Each day and each hour is the subject of the sentence. Brings, the verb, and is singular. Brings its duty. Each and every coming before the subject of the sentence, then the verb becomes singular. That is basically what the rule says.